calling from prison.
She can't. You know what they did to her last time? They put her in a back room for 6 hours, handcuffed to a chair with her vice presidential candidate.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
6 hours.
We have an update on that. Eric and I do. Nick, who is another delegate who's working really, really closely with David Cobb, is saying that apparently he's now her campaign manager, and they're pushing to get Gary Johnson to come to a debate, and already he's writing a press release for the campaign saying if he doesn't accept, saying that, you know, we're calling him out, he didn't want to have a debate, blah, 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 Jill's ready to debate anytime, any place. And so he was like, and Eric is in the chat with me, and I was like, we told him, we've got Gary, we're just trying to get Jill, so if you can hammer down a day that Jill wants to do this, we'll host it, produce it, press release, the whole nine. I was like, I've got everything but Jill saying this. But apparently they're going to go on the track that Gary doesn't really want to debate, even though she doesn't appear to want to either.
I think that... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So that just seems weird. Okay. So fair enough.
I mean, I think it fits into the narrative they're trying to. The narrative they're trying to push forward, that they can't have a debate.
Okay.
So I think that having a debate might just weaken that narrative in some. It really doesn't. But I think in some kind of perverse, bizarre world, they think that if they actually just have their own debate, it would weaken the fact that they're not allowed in the main ones. But because I can't imagine that we're the first person to approach both of them. I have to assume that TYT tried. Like, I have to assume, that maybe Vice or Democracy Now! Tried. Now, people are trying. But then again, maybe they're not. Maybe this is one of those bystander effect kind of things where we're actually the only ones trying. And everyone assuming someone else is going to do it.
It sounds like we're the only ones trying. So keep fucking trying.
We are the only ones trying.
Okay, so Adair, you get a hold of that campaign manager, and you, or your friend that knows the campaign manager, and you try and sell this idea that the debate will be over extremely early, and we are going to be ready while everyone else is doing spin and pickup and all of this empty BS. When everyone's coming home from work, especially on the West Coast, and Googling 2016 debate, we are going to have a live streaming of them debating so that they will actually cut into all the spin bullshit and actually grab the audience that is coming right off of work or that just saw the half of this BS debate and is sick and tired of listening to this shit, and they're looking for something real. So that is the demographic we can offer them. We can offer us producing it, making it look good, as long as they have good connections on their ends. We can make it look good. That is what we can offer. And then they can take it and put it live on all of their channels as well.
We've got, so Nick, Eric and I are both friends with David Cobb on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So we can both send him a message, and I told Nick to send him a message as well. So I'll start bugging David Cobb more, because if he's her campaign manager...
Yeah, I have his number, so maybe I should give it to you, Adair, and you just pretend you met him at a Wall to a Men thing and he gave you his number.
Well, if we're...
call him in and... Go ahead, Brandon.
I know, if we're doing this completely digital, and she's planning on being in... What she said, the first debate is at Fordham, right?
I'm not sure.
I believe it's either Fordham or Hofstra. I think it's either one of those two. And then, if that's the case, she'll be in New York, and I could film her part of that. I can make sure it's uploaded. I could do the Hangouts and go film her responses and do that sort of stuff myself. If she's going to be in New York and not be, I'll go to prison and sit in the back room with her, and we can laugh from there. But I'm saying we can take her having to film Jill Simon to film herself out of the equation if she's going to be in New York around that time, because I will be as well. So it's even less work for them and on it from the Jill Stein campaign sort of scenario, because I can just go and film it.
Yes, it'll be at Hofstra University in Hempstead, New York.
Yeah, that's right outside the city. That's actually Queens. It's like right outside the city.
Okay. So try and sell it on the demographic Try and sell them on the advantage of this. And then if the debate goes well, we can, and they are still willing, we can start setting up a physical debate. And yeah, we can tell them that we were actually able to do that, but they kept not answering and reneging, and then we weren't able to do it. Yeah, just try and sell it. If we can't sell it, then we lock in our show. So you have today, and you have tomorrow, and you have Friday. And after Friday, if there is no commitment, then we spend Saturday and Sunday promoting our post-debate show.
All right. And I'll let Nick know as well.
I spoke to Dave about this. You guys don't want to do a live riff of the debates?
Yeah, we're going to do that too.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is everyone who is who's online, they are going to sit in front of their screen. We're going to get Adair, Eric, and Richard to meet up and sit in the same room in front of a big screen. And then we're going to have a camera on them so that we don't capture the screen itself, but we capture the sound from the screen, and we'll capture the sound of their reactions. So that will be one window. And then the other windows will be you, me, and Dave sitting in front of our screens watching the debate. And so they will have sound from the Seattle trio and no sound from the rest of us, so that people can log in to Project Sanity and actually hear the debate and see our responses to it.
Would it be possible to run... maybe it would have to run two simultaneous streams where it's just one is simply the debate and then one is debate with commentary, or should we just keep it as one?
We can't run the debate.
That's true, yeah.
That's why we have to do the workaround about having the sound come through from someone's living room, because if we accidentally pick up the sound while doing the show, then YouTube can't bother us with that. But if we put any picture or stuff like that on it, then they can hit us hard.
Yeah, they would get Sam Cedar with that, the majority.
So no footage, just sound, and then the footage of the trio in Seattle. And you guys, you got to start planning when and where you're going to meet up and how you're going to set it up.
I don't know. That all depends on everything, because I'm in school. But if we do it like at Eric's or somewhere in Olympia, then I can go right from school. But if we do it up here,
So there's a Thurston County Democrats meeting that night, and they're doing a watch party. I don't know if that might make some sense. I don't know.
Call me after this, Eric, and then we'll hammer it out. At least you and I can make it.
All right.
Yeah, and no watch parties. Like we want you guys. Like we want to focus on you guys and your reactions to it. Okay, cool. You guys hammer it out. Okay, so that takes care of Monday, Saturday, and then we have tomorrow's show. And Adair has done amazing work. We are going to get someone who is recently been at Standing Rock, and we are going to get someone who's at Standing Rock. Is that correct, Adair?
Yeah, I'll probably have several people who've recently been at Standing Rock from Canada. Do you want to do this as a deep dive? Like do an interview with the one at Standing Rock earlier, then do a deep dive, because the folks from Canada, they will get back Thursday night. So they're just coming back from Standing Rock as we speak.
Yeah, let's take the people live at Standing Rock in the new segment and give them as much time as they need there, and then we can do the deep dive at Standing Rock and Indigenous people afterwards.
All right, so then there's a group of 3 or 4 of them that are willing to come on. They did ask if we had any questions that we thought of now to pass that along so they can be prepared. But they're checking out our stuff. I'm going to work with them. So I've got one lady. She's at Standing Rock. She's a Spokane tribe enrolled member of the Spokane tribe of Indians in Washington State. The other ones are from Haida Gwaii. They're Haida. They're Indigenous people up in Canada in the northwest British Columbia region.
Okay.
And then I have future contacts. I've met the nephew of the woman who started the camp. Plus,
Okay.
Jessa Lewis is there now. So,
Okay, that sounds like a really good deep dive segment.
all right, so then yeah, I'll get a hold of a bunch of people. I'll get a hold of whoever I can and see who shows up or is able to show up.
Okay, cool. Brandon, I would very much like two things from you. Oh, and Adair,
Yes.
I need basic info on everyone that you're bringing for tomorrow's show. Okay, I need their full name, I need their job description, involvement, and just a couple of lines about who they are and what they do. Okay, I have to have that. I can't sit with zero info.
I have a little bit on Roxanne for you now, though she's just pretty much, she said, I'm just Roxanne. Because I asked her, I was like, so what's her full name is, let me pull it up. I think it's Roxanne Whitefoot, but I'm not sure. That's Megan. Roxanne. I'm trying to find info. There we go. Roxanne White. Roxanne White. Whitefoot is the lady that I met at the DNC. Anyway, so yeah, her name is Roxanne White. She said she just goes by Roxanne White. That's her social media name. She said, I'm sorry, I'm just really kind of bland. I'll ask her what she does and if she had a title at the camp as well. And if it's a yes on either of those, then I'll get that to you as well.
Okay. Okay, I'm making the show folder, and in there, you just create a document, call it
All right.
and then you put a few lines on it, okay?
Alrighty, I can do that. I also just remembered, if we also want to do an extra international perspective, Jessa just met a Maori lawman who's at Standing Rock with her right now. So we could also possibly have someone there, tie that into TPP.
Sorry guys, I just got attacked by a guy I'm trying to recruit. Hey, Richard, you're here, man.
Hello, hello.
Do we need to push the time of the meeting?
One works a lot better for me.
Okay. Okay. To bring you up to speed, Adair is booking a fuck ton of guests for us tomorrow from Standing Rock and from people who are involved in it. We're gonna put.
Those are people that are not at Standing Rock.
No, we are getting a live feed from someone who's at Standing Rock who is going. We're going to put him in our news part, live news from Standing Rock, and.
The reason I asked is just that there's been connection issues out at the actual place. So,
Well, Miguel was able to get connection. Remember there, and he told me that there is multiple spots out there that people have found that you can get adequate connection. It's just overall there isn't adequate connection. You have to find the particular spots.
you just kind of got to find a spot.
Yeah.
Worst case, I have 3 people there that I have 2 for sure that I know personally that I can lean on with Roxanne and Jessa, but also the addition of a Maori lawyer. He's there as well. I could lean on Jessa to get him. So he's already international. So if he's getting cell service still, in the U.S., I'm sure he'll get it at Standing Rocks by hook or by crook.
Yeah, and I definitely like that it's Jessa down there. She's just pretty reliable as far as, like, if she's not able to do something, she'll at least let us know what's going on.
Yeah, so we're getting live people for our news segment, and then we're doing a roundtable for our deep dive afterwards. And I'm reaching out to a couple of people myself, but I don't know if anything's going to come from it. But so far, Adair is the man.
Roundtable talking about the pipeline.
About the pipeline, and this is the part I'm gonna. I was just about to go to when I saw that you were back, Brandon. Can you do a one pager on KXL pipeline, and then what it turned into, this broken up pieces of pipeline that are now like 5 different pipelines, but they're all interconnected and they all still cover the exact same area as the KXL, and try and get some info on what's going on. I've been told that there is also a fight going on in Iowa.
Yes, there is. Big one.
There is.
Yeah. Brandon, are you up for that?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, cool. So 1 or 2 pager, and if you stumble onto something big, let us know. And if you at the same time, you can do a piece, like a summation piece on, what are they called? Wells Fargo.
Oh, yeah.
I would very much like if you could do a 5-10 minute segment on Wells Fargo and what's going on with that shit.
Well, I want to start producing 5 and 10 minute segments like daily, just pre-recorded, edited segments. But I'm trying to figure out how the computer I'm working from is so
Antiquated.
Yeah, antediluvian is the word I was looking for.
Fair enough. Vampire the Masquerade hint. Okay.
And so Iowa. How about so you want to talk about the oil spill in Louisiana that's going on too?
Yeah. And
yeah.
there's also one down in the Amazon that's going on. Yeah. And if you can tag it on, this is not something that is required, but it's just something that would be nice to have a bit more info on. Now this did a small 4-minute video on 42,000 hectares. I don't know what the imperial measurement for that is.
There's not one.
No.
We use hectares too.
Okay. 42,000 hectares of land was returned to an Aborigine tribe in Australia by the Prime Minister. In his speech, he said, "It is high time that we recognize what this tribe has always known, that this is tribal land."
Wow.
I do like that. I didn't like his, but you have to make the beaches public.
Oh, yeah.
I can see no problem with that. I sincerely can't. But
we should definitely do it. I'd definitely love to do a video, at least with the Dare, about the difference between legally recognized tribal land versus historical tribal land.
Yes. Oh my God.
Because that's a big issue all over the world, not just in Australia, but that's a big problem in South Africa as well with the new transnational parks. But yeah, okay, fine.
okay, so Brandon, put together what you can. If there isn't time for it for the for the return of the land / a bit of info on the treaties here. Then fine, skip it. Prioritize the other 2, but if you can, then please do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I want to. It's like I was saying, I want to start producing like at least a video a day or 2 videos a day for the next day following that I can edit down to about 7-12 minutes, so it can be covered later. Sometimes once I figure out how to get, I have OBS on my computer now. It's just making it work under these circumstances.
Did Dave talk to you about that?
Yeah.
Him and I were talking about how we think you'd be fully capable of producing also.
Yeah.
He gave me a quick rundown. If nothing else, I think I can produce my own videos and chop them up and, come up with some daily content.
Did you have any luck with that, with a bit that you were trying to do?
It's just, there's enough stuff there, but I think I'm going to do something. I think I'm going to do like a more extended one, considering they just shot 2 more black people. So, really, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
It's hard
Apparently,
to keep up.
your car breaking down is now a death sentence.
No, that's not the one that's
fuck?
interesting. The interesting one is the guy who got shot for reading because they thought his book was a weapon.
Oh, for fuck's
So
sake.
letting users go around telling everybody that it was a weapon when they know goddamn well it was a book.
Well, here's the new development with the brother that got shot in front of his car. They're drug testing him. They said that they saw a PCP vial in the car.
PCP,
And so they
oh my
shot
God.
him.
He was.
I just saw something on my timeline saying that they found that a man was accused of having crystal meth in his car because they found glazed donut shit on his seat. So that guy was white, but still,
PCP.
it's just like that's why it was meth. But
Getting high on angel dust to change your tires, man. There.
Right after you get out of college class.
No.
Right.
Right.
So, Brandon, about that,
Yes.
with doing your own segments and stuff like that, I have done a lot of thinking the last couple of weeks on how to structure that. But as I got back, did the meeting Monday, I was all of a sudden told that Thursday, Saturday, Monday, we have big things to do. So if we get past this hump, then I would very much like to start having some talks with all of you about how we move forward.
And in that vein, guys, if you hear about anything that's going on in the Vancouver, BC area, let me know. I'm going to start trying to make regular weekend trips up to Canada to cover events that are happening up that way. A little bit of a somewhat international spin, I guess, because I don't really consider that to be a different country because it's so close, but there's a lot of stuff going on up that way.
for Washington, it's basically just an extension of Washington, but for other folks, it's a different country.
Okay.
Canadians remind you of like just polite Washingtoners that actually want to talk to strangers, as opposed to Washington people who will, like Brandon does, go their whole life without knowing their neighbor.
I know my neighbor. His name is John and Richard.
Okay.
How many neighbors can you have? There's only two sides to your house.
It's neighborhood,
Okay.
you know.
So, Richard, are you up for doing news, including the yet another two black men getting shot?
I'd like to include it, but if we're gonna do a bit of Sanity or whatever with it, then and it sounds like the show's kind of already packed. I don't know if it fits. I mean, we can mention it and like plug that we're going to be talking about it more on another segment. But I just feel like it sounds like we're already pretty packed. But,
Okay, so the way I see it, we have half an hour for the live interview from Standing Rock, but facing technical difficulties and stuff like that, that may be only 15 minutes, maybe only 10. So at the very least, I would very much, let's have two variations present. One where you mention it, where we mention it as part of the news cycle, and one where we show the videos and talk about it. So that we have ready for two scenarios. What do you think about that? You're muted, Richard.
seems reasonable.
Okay, cool. So you do the news. I'll stick to Rock and trying to get Pat on board. Brandon, you do research. Adair, you book. And Eric, you get ready to produce, and you get ready for Saturday. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and to those of you contacting the Jill Stein campaign, remember you have today, tomorrow, and Friday. Friday at 8 in the evening Eastern time, Western time. We lock it in and we start promoting it Monday as just a during show and post show. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
For us when we were talking about reaching out to the Gary Johnson campaign as well.
Yeah, I assume.
Yeah.
Eric, didn't you guys already have had successful contact with Gary Johnson?
Yes, I
Well,
thought mine
Go for it.
was get Jill, right? He said if Jill's on board, we're on board for any debate.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Okay.
that hard?
Yeah, well, I was just saying, so like, just let them know basically that we're offering a platform for a debate either after the main show debate or following Thursday.
Alrighty.
Okay, so yeah, and then Adair, Eric, and Richard, you guys find some time during the weekend to talk about where and when to meet up for the debate show, since the camera is going to be on your guys and the audio is going to be on you guys. Since we can't all be in the same room, it's more fun if you three are in the same room with audio.
If you guys have time after this, you guys give me a call because I'm going to be pretty much running around the rest of the week.
Okay.
And then Eric, if you have any questions on OBS that you think I might be able to help with, go ahead and just shoot me a PM or whatever, and I'll try and be of assistance.
Cool. I should be good. I'm just, it'll be fine. It'll look clean. I'm just not as good as Dave, so might not be so many like multi-shots and all that, but
yeah, exactly. So keep that in mind, Nis, if you could, while we're broadcasting, that like switching shots can be cumbersome and such, and so like try not to let's ask this person. Oh, and 30 seconds later, let's ask this person. Like, oh, what do you three think?
I can. One thing that Dave has been doing that it will be very easy for me also is when it's a big conversation, when there's like more than 2 or 3 of us, he kind of lets it on the Google auto run, and he has a screen ready with no lower third. So you can just switch it over to the no lower third and then get the lower third set up and switch it back over so you're only there without a lower third for like 10 seconds, but you can still switch to the person right away. And so that's probably just the same way I'll do it.
All right. Sounds good.
I just want a better computer. I'm so sad.
Well,
I'm so sad and poor.
We have a sponsor, then it's new computers all around.
Yeah.
I'm so sad and poor. I still squat like 450
I'm sad
though.
for an illegal immigrant. So,
but you're married. You're married now. So how many of those things did getting married solve? Probably 1/3 of them, hopefully.
Really?
No, bureaucracy.
Damn.
Whatever.
Damn.
You don't want to know. Okay. Guys, it was a good meeting, good fast meeting even. If anything develops, let everyone know. Okay.
One quick thing because Nis, you acted a little surprised yesterday when I said that I was still with the Democratic Party. Between all of us here, I just wanted to let you guys know what ultimately made me make that decision. Had nothing to do with national politics or the presidential race. It actually had everything to do with I had been going to local Green Party meetings, and it was much of the same. They actually had to have like a big person come in and like fire their entire executive board and rehold an election because there was so much conflict. And I'm like, wow, exactly. So I'm fortunate that I'm in an area where Katie Nelson is my chair, and Adair knows her, and she's very progressive and doesn't give a damn if you like Jill Stein. So that's what, for local reasons, that's why I stayed.
Right. I'm running Dem as well, so.
Was that able to secure the endorsement, or are they still holding out because of your loose affiliation with the Green Party?
It's about half and half. So some LDs let me go for endorsements, and everyone that I've been up for endorsement, I get it. But some just let me speak, and they don't feel comfortable putting me up for endorsement because they don't like that I work with the Green Party and Democratic Socialists also. But some don't give a damn. Some are awesome. It's very different across the state. I've learned that very quick. It's very weird. It's very weird. Like entirely different local organizations across the state.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And
I'm meeting with Josh tonight, Adair.
Josh Troopin?
Yep.
Yeah. You'll get an endorsement from there. Be careful of Gloria Hatcher Mays.
Okay, I'm going to jump off. I have a wife here to kick my ass to go to the
gym. Yeah.
Woo. Yeah, go squat 450 like Brandon.
I'm
inflate your biceps.
A bicycle and swimming 2.5 laps. That's basically I can do.
I can't
more
swim,
than I've been doing lately.
Of course you can't.
Okay.
I can't. No, I'm not only that, but the girl I'm dating is a swim instructor, and I still can't.
Oh, dude! I can swim, and I'm actually quite good at it. I don't even work out.
Have a nice day, Ness.
See you, Ness.
In between those legs.
Wow.